Good morning. It is my great honor to welcome you to the 2020 and 2021 commencement celebration at LaGrange College. What a day! Like you, my heart needed today. My soul longs for the normalcy a graduation ceremony brings in a year that has been like no other. It is time to celebrate. At the core of this college is a group of individuals who devote their lives to serving students. LaGrange College is blessed by a faculty and staff who are dedicated to challenging our students' minds and inspiring their souls, thereby supporting them in their search for truth. Would the members of the LaGrange College faculty and staff please rise as we acknowledge your transforming influence on the lives of these graduates. I thought I could not wear the sunglasses, but I can't and talk to you all with the sun. Parents, I commend your dedication to ensuring your child received a high-quality education in order that she might reach her full potential. The milestones that our children reach, while even anticipated, are big, heartwarming, high-five, touchdown dance types of moments. Wrapped in those moments are validations that as parents we didn't do too badly. Not every parenting choice we made, despite what our teenagers thought at the time, was a poor decision. I also know that you did not do it alone. Grandparents, uncles, aunts, and siblings also played a critical role to your graduate reaching this important milestone. Would the families of the classes of 2020 and 2021 please stand so we can acknowledge your profound influence on our graduates' lives? To the class of 2021 and the most patient class, the class of 2020, congratulations, you did it. Today, we celebrate your ability to persevere, the person you have grown to be, and the great promise you hold. After the invocation of the Reverend Dr. Adam Roberts, you will hear a digital presentation by the LaGrange College Singers under the direction of Dr. Samuel Miller. Again, graduates, this is your day. We are proud of you and look forward to celebrating it with you.
Our invocation from the prayers of Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa. Let us pray. Disturb us, O Lord, when we are too well pleased with ourselves, when our dreams have come true because we dreamed too little, because we sailed too close to the shore. Disturb us, O Lord, when the abundance of things we possess have lost our thirst for the water of life. When, having fallen in love with time, we have ceased to dream of eternity. And in our efforts to build a new earth, we have allowed our vision of heaven to grow dim. Stir us, O Lord, to dare more boldly to venture into wider seas where storms show your mastery, where losing sight of land we shall find the stars. In the name of the one who pushed back the horizons of our hopes and invited the brave to follow. Amen.
Tell me where is the road I can call my own, that I left, that I lost so long ago. All these years I have wandered, oh, where will I know? There's a way, there's a road that will lead me home. After wind, after rain, when the dark is done, as I wake from a dream in the cold of day, through the air there's a calling from far away. There's a voice I can hear that will lead me home. Rise up, follow me, come away is the call, with love in your heart as the only song. There is no such beauty as where you belong. Rise up, follow me, I will lead you home.
Presenting the senior gift today for the classes of 2020 and 2021 are Grace Neal, a nonprofit leadership major, servant scholar, presidential student ambassador, member of LIFT, and many other student groups. Grace is serving as the development coordinator of stewardship at Covenant House, Georgia. Lincoln Anderson, a psychology major, captain on the men's basketball team, presidential student ambassador, member of the Black Student Union, and involved in a host of other activities. After graduation, Lincoln will serve as a senior field underwriter at Equus Financial. Graduates.
Hello, my name is Grace Neal, the senior intern for the class of 2020.
I'm Lincoln Anderson, and I'm the senior intern for the class of 2021.
We look out on the sea of black gowns gathered for this ceremony and know that had it not been for the overwhelming generosity of past graduates, faculty, staff, and other friends of the college, many of us would not be graduating today. So many of us take that to heart. We know because you attributed to the LaGrange College through the Pay It Forward Seniors Give Back Challenge. Pay It Forward refers to the fact that our predecessors, the group of alumni we will soon join, stepped up to make sure we had the same access to an education and opportunities as they did. For the next class, our gifts will mean continued access to financial aid, places like the PACE and the Tutoring Center, classroom upgrades, and much more.
I'm so proud to say that the class of 2020 and 2021, with the help of donors who matched many of our gifts, have raised one of the highest amounts of philanthropic support from a graduating class. Our gifts will go to the LaGrange College Annual Fund. President Baxter, on the behalf of the class of 2020 and 2021, we would like to present you a check of $2,546. Thank you, fellow graduates, and remember that it is never too late to give.
Each year, the college grants to one exceptional student the Waits G. Henry Jr. Leadership Award. This award, named in honor of the 20th president of LaGrange College, is the highest award given to a student. The award is based on significant achievement in 3 areas: scholarship, service, and leadership. I'm extremely pleased to invite forward, as the recipient of the Waits G. Henry Jr. Leadership Award for 2020, Coral Chanel Douglas.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I just wanted to say thank you to President Baxter for allowing us, the class of 2020, to come back. I think that's been a wonderful thing to be able to see all of your faces again. I know in the time since last year's graduation, some of us got engaged, married, moved far away, whether Atlanta or Washington or Valdosta or Lincoln, Nebraska. For example, some of us stayed in LaGrange and watched this newest class persevere from the sidelines. But I think the thing that we share in common most is pride for the class of 2021 for enduring even more of COVID than we could have ever imagined in our last year. For that reason, I don't want to make some grand spotlight on my class because we've already been out in the real world for about a year now. And instead, I've collected a bunch of life advice, updates, and ideas from my fellow classmates so that we can think back about how much we appreciate each other and maybe provide some insight on what to do after the hill. So, what do you do? When I started asking my classmates about their expectations after graduation, I think Libby Compton said it best, and this is what she told me. When I started to think about what I've learned since graduating, I kept coming back to the idea that I thought people had it all together after they graduated. I thought that magically everything fell into place. I thought that when I graduated, I'd have time for blank, or maybe my life won't be so busy. And just like Libby, that's been true for me too. You can go into anything thinking that you're prepared, but you'll never know what you're not prepared for, and that's never too much of a bad thing. When I asked around more, I also got to hear from Dylan McCullough, the SGA class president and local PICAP class clown. Here's what he said. What I've learned in the past year is that you can apply for 100 jobs and still get 100 no's. But I know that every door I knock on is leading me to the door that finally opens up and says yes. And perseverance is great. My parents taught me how to work hard and to pave a way for myself. But at the end of the day, life is and will always be kind of hard, and your expectations will get the best of you. And somehow, no matter where he is in the job process now, I bet Dylan has a good life. I bet he has fun, and I bet he enjoys hanging out with his friends and his passions and other things other than endlessly working. So as scary as the job market seems, there are so many beautiful things about removing the safety net. You get to have candles in your apartment and beer in your fridge, for example, if you want it. You also get to feel very proud of yourself for waking up every morning and becoming a better version of yourself with every challenge posed to you. So no matter what, no matter who you are, whatever cap you came wearing, we all have experiences we'll always be able to look back on. No matter your experience with climbing the steps, or finals week, or calf food, or anything else, I hope you found people you'll always be able to call your friends. I hope you'll take memories with you that you'll never forget. I know I did. Sam Shaw told me about leaving LaGrange. The quote comes to mind, "How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." And Grace Neal told me that for 3.5 years, she spent all her time looking forward to what's next and wanting to leave LaGrange. And then COVID hit, and she realized that there was nothing that she wouldn't have given to get her Core 4 back at BSA. So I'm not saying that you should hold on to everything LaGrange College, but I hope that whatever you take with you, you'll always have something to cherish when you brave the real world. And if it doesn't seem that way, I'm always here for you. But I know you can do it. So here's to the class of 2020. We have had one of the weirdest collective experiences of maybe our lifetime. And here's to the class of 2021. We're so proud of you. We love you. Go Panthers.
I am also extremely pleased to invite forward as the recipient of the Waits G. Henry Jr. Leadership Award for 2021, Trevor Austin McLemore.
Good morning, classes of 2020 and 2021. It's amazing to think that we are finally here. We made it. Let me repeat that. We made it. Not only are we graduating, but we are doing it here, in person, together. Not online, not through the mail, not on a pre-recorded video. We are actually at our commencement ceremony. This past year has been difficult, to say the least, as the world as we know it literally changed forever. Masks have become a part of our wardrobe, social events gave way to social distancing, and work from home became a trending hashtag on Twitter. This became our new normal. Candidly, it has been hard not to allow these changes to overshadow almost every aspect of our lives. Not today, though. Today we celebrate the work we have put in, the late nights in the 24, and the early mornings refueling at Starbucks, our achievements, and most importantly, the thing that brought me to LaGrange in the first place, the people we have met and the relationships we have built along the way. It took me sitting down to write this speech to drown out the noise of the world around us and really reflect on this amazing journey. Today, I challenge each of you, as you listen to today's speeches, walk across this stage, and celebrate with friends and family, take a minute to reflect on your journey and the people that helped you get here. As I look around at this crowd, I can recognize almost every face, because that is LaGrange College, a true family. Regardless of the hardships we faced this past year, LaGrange College persevered, not because we had to, but because we had people around us, people we know and love, and people that know and love us, that wanted us to succeed. So above all else, what I will remember from this year, and what I hope you'll remember too, isn't all the changes. It's the strength of the relationships we have created with one another and the family that remained on this hill. As I reflect on my decision to come to LaGrange, I could not imagine having gone anywhere else. I have made lifelong friends here, people I am lucky to have in my life, people who have continuously pushed me to become a better version of myself. I would like to express a special thanks to my roommates and the many friends I've made over the past 4 years, the biology department, my coaches and teammates, my family, and most importantly, the man upstairs. I'm sure each of you has a person or people to thank today, so I encourage you, take time to reflect on the people that got you here and hug them a little tighter. Socially distanced air hug, of course. Now that our time here is coming to a close, I have begun attempting to figure out what is next, somewhat overwhelmed with the uncertainty of the future. But once again, even in a time of uncertainty and change, LaGrange College has given me amazing, compassionate mentors that I can turn to for guidance. In our last Baptist Collegiate Ministries meeting, they left us with a verse that allows me to remain confident in the things I've learned here, and I would like to leave you all with the same verse as you move on to the next season of life, whatever that may be for you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. God knows the plans for your life after LaGrange College, so do not become overwhelmed with the future. Rather, take time today to reflect on the past, look around you and thank each person that helped you pass that final exam, ate all those ramen noodles with you, walked to class with you, encouraged you, cried with you, laughed with you, and got you through to the finish line. A huge accomplishment during one of the toughest years our world has ever seen. As we turn the page and start this new chapter in life, no matter the uncertainty or change that lie ahead, look back at your time at LaGrange College. Remember all that you achieved to get here today. Lean on the people you met along the way, and enjoy the present. As for the future, God has a plan for you. Remember this verse as you walk across this stage and cherish this moment. You earned it. Congratulations, classes of 2020 and 2021.
Congratulations, classes. Now you go from students to alumni, and we hope that you stay connected for all your life to this wonderful place. Each year, the LaGrange College Alumni Association presents its Distinguished Alumni Service Award. The recipient of this honor is selected based on his or her continuous devotion to and support of this institution, its mission to challenge the minds and inspire the souls of young men and women. This year, with deep respect and admiration, the Alumni Association recognizes Laura Susan Dean, who earned her bachelor's degree in biochemistry, magna cum laude, in 2000. Ms. Dean also earned a physician assistant degree, again magna cum laude, very smart, from Augusta University in 2003. Laura, will you please come forward? Closer. While at LaGrange, Laura was a member of Phi Mu, the Honor Council, Phi Eta Omega chapter of Alpha Epsilon Delta, the honor society that recognizes students that have academic distinction while pursuing either pre-medical or pre-dental programs. She was the recipient of the H. G. Henry Jr. Leadership Award. An interesting side note that her great-grandmother was a member of the class of 1897. After graduation, Laura traveled to Uganda to work in a medical clinic. She's been involved in global medicine and humanitarian medical relief since then, traveling to several countries in Central and South America, East Africa, and Southeastern Europe. Today, she's a physician assistant in the head and neck surgery at Emory Healthcare in Atlanta. She was instrumental in developing Emory's protocol for telemedicine visits, working to make sure COVID patients were correctly monitored both at home and transferred into the hospital when necessary. She was a member of the Alumni Committee since 2013 and has served as an officer since 2015. She served as president since 2018 from 2018 to 2020. And now she's on the board of trustees as the Alumni Association immediate past president. She chaired an initiative to name a room in honor of her beloved faculty member, Dr. Sue DeTerra, who is here today, in the Science Building, and has served on several host committees for many alumni events. She has given support to the LaGrange College Fund and the Fund from Promise to Prominence, a comprehensive campaign to LaGrange College. It's my great honor to present to Laura Dean the Distinguished Alumni Award. Congratulations, Laura.
Oh, thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you, Ashley, for such a touching introduction. That was so nice. Good morning to President Baxter. Good morning to all distinguished faculty and staff and guests. Most importantly, hello and congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021. I am overjoyed to be here with you all today. Look at us, all gathered together in this moment at this time. It's a sight to see, I tell you. It has been a long time coming, and this is really something to celebrate. I am so grateful for my dear family and my friends who are here with me today to celebrate. Given that the year 2020, may it rest in peace, was an unprecedented year for us all, I am very happy that the graduating class of 2020 gets a proper do-over, don't you think? What an honor to receive this award. As was mentioned by Ashley in the introduction, I am a LaGrange College legacy. My great-grandmother, Elizabeth Longino, graduated from LaGrange College in 1897, and we graduated 103 years apart. Every moment I get to spend on this campus feels special. I do love this college. I am proud to represent it and serve it. And graduates, I hope that you have felt at least some of that magic in your years here. As you will all join the Legion of Alumni at this 190-year-old institution, I hope you find both time and passion to serve this college in your years to come. We often say regarding difficult things, the struggle is real. This past year has been a tough one in a lot of ways, and the struggle was in fact very, very real. I know you too have all had difficult times in your own worlds, as not one soul has been unaffected in some way by COVID-19 and the global pandemic it created. Now, I have worked in medicine for almost 18 years. To say that the last year has been hard for the healthcare community would be a gross understatement. I believe, however, that we have had the distinct opportunity to find ways to unite in the difficulty. We have all weathered this unprecedented time together, going through it simultaneously all over this world. Few events over history have done so in this way.
While this season has been and still is arduous, I believe it is such a special time because we are all in this together, and that is powerful. Unity is powerful beyond what we can comprehend. It has the ability to bolster courage, to educate, to advance, to utilize an individual's unique gifts, and to give us moments and opportunities for kindness and, most of all, for love. To the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021, you have managed to navigate a very interesting moment in history together, all while trying to get your education. You have all been gifted with a college that cares not only about your academic growth, but also your physical health and safety, your mental health, your overall general well-being. This is a deeply, deeply caring community, and you are blessed. We all are blessed here today. You graduates have truly weathered quite a storm in a very unique set of circumstances. I am grateful that this is where you were planted, particularly through this last year. I applaud you, I celebrate you, and it is my great, great honor to wish you all the very best in your adventures ahead. This is a great honor to receive. I will cherish this memory forever. Thank you so much for it.
Thank you, Laura Dean, for your service. If you have been in a hospital on the front line of COVID, if you will stand and let us honor you here today. I salute you. I have this image of you all as 80-year-olds talking to your grandchildren about your senior year in college. Perhaps a youngster has started complaining about how hard life is for him. You chime in, trying to inspire, and you share your story. This story is sort of akin to walking uphill both ways in the snow types of stories. Your story will be about a pandemic, the adaptation you were confronted with, the resiliency, grit, and determination you exhibited to overcome and persist. You'll be critiqued for exaggerating, and only you will know you really aren't. It was that bad, that different, that depressing. I'm sure eyes will roll and someone will mutter, "Not that story again, Grandpa." But what each of you has faced and triumphed over is worthy of repetition. So tell your grandchildren to sit down and listen and learn. The world changes, and we all need to learn how to adapt. In the short time you have been at LaGrange, you have seen significant change, not just change caused by a pandemic. You were among the first students to take courses in the Ida Callaway Hudson Lab Sciences Building and the renovated Callaway Science Building. You were able to enjoy sitting in the swing and listening to the fountain in the new Glover Garden. You cheered on our Panthers as we took to the men's lacrosse field and beach volleyball courts for the first time. You celebrated our baseball team's repeat conference championships. We're going to do it again this next week. Beyond our beloved LaGrange College campus, there are more events that have marked the past 4 to 5 years, leaving us with fond memories, concerns for the future, and scars on our hearts. Just to highlight a few, and in no particular order, Britain votes to leave the European Union. Scientists issue dire warnings about climate change and give us a decade to turn the tide. Meghan and Harry get married. Kim and Kanye call it quits. A country concert festival in Las Vegas becomes a nightmare, with 60 shot to death and more than 400 injured. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School sparks a movement led by young people. TikTok becomes more than a sound a clock makes. Hurricane Michael plows through Georgia. Billie Eilish establishes she's one bad guy. Blessed be the fruit, and praise be take on all new meaning. Bruno Mars makes us crave strawberry champagne. Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby go to jail. Hashtag Me Too. The Capitol is stormed. Representative John Lewis, Alex Trebek, and Chadwick Boseman lose their lives to cancer. Strange things start happening in Hawkins, Indiana. Kobe Bryant's helicopter crashes. Black Panther sets box office records. The Falcons have a stellar first half. Tom Brady wins again and again and again. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery become household names, shining a spotlight on inequities and injustice that continue to plague our country. Georgia became a political player. We all learned there's a capital in China's Hubei province named Wuhan. Scientists unite around the globe to make a vaccine. We learn to shelter in place and start caring if our masks match our outfits. This list represents many stories of human triumph, innovation, creativity, intelligence, courage, determination, and daring. Your own life will inevitably be filled with many of these attributes. The chapters of your life will contain content that is easy, painful, exhilarating, disappointing, joy-filled, and professionally rewarding. Your time at LaGrange College has prepared you to meet the challenges of your day. You're not only prepared to meet these challenges, you have a responsibility to use your education for good. You have an obligation to engage the world in which you live, to be civically minded, to challenge what you hear and read, and to live lives of integrity and moral courage. You must research the issues of your community. You must vote. You may even need to run for political office or participate in a local board. Don't slip into where a dangerously growing number of Americans have gone. You must read more than Snapchat postings and write more than 140 characters. You must get your news from multiple sources. You must apply the knowledge you have gained and help those around you. Our world, nation, and communities need you. You. I believe we are living our most authentic selves when we pay attention to calling. Calling can be defined differently. Webster defines it as a vocation, profession, or summons. My experience is that calling evolves over time. Perhaps the overarching theme remains, but the specificity may shift over time. The best definition of calling I've heard comes from Frederick Buechner, a renowned writer and theologian. Buechner refers to calling as the place God calls you where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meet. Let me repeat that. Calling is where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meet. Find that intersection. It sounds like a cool place to hang out, a life-changing space, a game-changing space to be. Breathe life into that place, and you will find great meaning to your life. Think how you can impact the list of events that might be read at the graduation of your children from LaGrange. You're needed to help solve our problems. You're needed to teach the next generations. You're called to bring people together and stir their souls through art, music, and theater. You're needed to help us be healthy. You're called to provide services and commodities to your community with integrity. You're needed to heal people through scientific breakthroughs. You're needed to hold the hands of the sick and comfort the dying. You're needed to spread the light of God. As you've learned all too well this past year, life throws us lemons. Even without COVID as a backdrop, you will not always be successful. In fact, every successful person can always point to at least a handful of spectacular failures. There will be those around you waiting to point out your flaws and mistakes. I don't mean that in the constructive, helpful way. Ignore the noise. As our 26th President Theodore Roosevelt put best, far better is it to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy nor suffer much because they live life in a gray twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. Avoid the gray twilight. Live boldly, serve bravely, stay curious, make lemonade. Live your education and calling to the fullest extent you can with the gifts God has given you. I have every confidence you will. Whether your walk across the stage leads you to a nonprofit, laboratory, corporation, graduate school, police department, classroom, hospital, or performance hall, you're ready to contribute. You'll be expected to contribute. Your LaGrange College education has prepared you for your next step and far beyond. Your adventure awaits. Congratulations, class of 2020 and class of 2021. Now let's confer some degrees. LaGrange College seeks to honor those who have distinguished themselves through outstanding achievement in service to the academy, the church, business, or philanthropy. We are pleased and honored to present two such candidates today. Chairman Carmichael, the faculty, and the Academic Affairs Committee of the Board of Trustees have recommended the following candidates for recognition. Dr. Robert Tucker for the degree of Doctor of Humanities honoris causa, and Mr. Jerry Wilkinson for the degree of Doctor of Humanities honoris causa.
As chair of the trustees of the college, I take great pleasure in accepting the recommendations of the president and the faculty of LaGrange College, and I hereby authorize you to confer an honorary doctorate degree upon Dr. Robert Tucker, together with all the appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. President Baxter, please proceed.
Dr. Robert Tucker, visionary, trailblazer, servant, leader. For you, there is no place like home. You were born and raised in LaGrange, the 8th of 13 children. After graduating from East Depot High School, you left LaGrange to earn a degree in mathematics from Morehouse College. A brief stint at Lockheed led you to a career change. For 40 years, you worked for the DeKalb County school system. While a teacher, principal, and associate superintendent for human resources, you also made time to earn 3 more degrees, including a doctorate in educational leadership. But it was a visit to your hometown neighborhood that ignited a new passion for you. Distressed to see the deterioration of the Calumet Village, you began a drive to revitalize that area. Leading the formation of the Calumet Park Neighborhood Association, you began work with the Georgia Conservancy to develop plans. Recognizing the importance of local partnerships, you created liaisons with city groups and organizations. When you lead a project, everyone takes ownership. You never take credit, preferring to stay in the background. You motivate others by giving them a shared vision, offering words of wisdom from experience, patience, and love. For your quiet and strong leadership, as well as your commitment to making our community better, one neighborhood at a time, we are honored to present you this Honorary Doctor of Humanities honoris causa.
morning. President Baxter, members of the staff, faculty and staff of LaGrange College, members of the Board of Trustees, alumni, supporters, and friends, and especially members of the 2020-2021 graduating classes. I am truly honored and humbled to accept this honorary Doctor of Humanities degree in recognition of the work my community and I continue to do to improve the quality of life of the residents of our community. I want to thank Dr. Dan McAlexander for his effort to award this degree in 2020. Today, it is finally being awarded under his guidance and under the guidance of the new president, Dr. Suzanne Baxter. It is so, so very special. As a retired educator, I am aware of the academic rigor, the quality of faculty, the enriching experiences students have gained securing an education from this great institution of learning. Although I spent the majority of my academic and professional career out of LaGrange, since returning almost 10 years ago, I have seen firsthand the growth and development of this incredible academic institution and the significant contribution its students are making to our community, Calumet Park, where I reside, and its city of LaGrange as well. As the co-founder of Calumet Park Neighborhood Association Incorporated, the board officers and I have implemented numerous programs and projects we hope will result in complete revitalization of our neighborhood. The residents also contribute to this initiative and not only share the benefits, but the hard work as well. I can tell you without equivocation that our neighborhood is making incremental progress toward significant revitalization, and it's all and partly due to the hard work of many students, many organizations from this college. It is for this reason that throughout modern history in this country, families and communities have invested heavily in education. They view it as a means to escape poverty, to acquire gainful employment, to create wealth, and to raise the standard of living to empower the next generation to lead a better life than themselves. Therefore, education is the foundation of any development. As I focus on the graduates receiving degrees from this institution, I know the sacrifices you have made to reach today's pinnacle. You have had long hours in the classroom and even longer hours outside of the classroom. You have had family events that you have had to miss, and you have had to say no when you wanted to say yes to your friends. You have endured studying early mornings and late evenings. You have taken books on vacation and done homework when others were relaxing. You have had to prioritize and plan your time, and you have worked hard to get to where you are today. Those of us who have walked in your shoes can assure you of one thing: it was all worth it. As another educator stated so eloquently not long ago, and I quote, "With the conferring of your degree today, you will not only be holding a diploma, you will be holding a key. You have limitless opportunities in front of you. Remember, education is the great equalizer, positioning you for possibilities in your career and in your future. In closing, I encourage you to not let your pursuing more education end today. Instead, let today be a springboard for being a lifelong learner. Whether formally or informally, whether in your field of study or another area, whether through experiences you go through or solutions you encounter. Continue to be a learner, and you will see those doors in front of you continue to open. I am honored to share this experience with all of you today. I truly appreciate LaGrange College for conferring this Honorary Doctor of Humanities degree upon me, and will forever wear it with pride and humility and allow it to serve as a testament to the value of contributing to one's community and realizing that with cooperation, we can all make a positive difference in the lives of others. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Congratulations. I also hereby authorize the college to confer an honorary doctoral degree upon Mr. Jerry Wilkinson, together with all the appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities hereunto appertaining. President Baxter, please proceed.
Jerry Wilkinson, businessman, mentor, philanthropist. You have been a lifelong advocate for education. Earning a degree in electrical engineering from Duke University, you went on to get a master's in finance from the prestigious Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. Not content to rest on your laurels, you continued your studies by doing postdoctorate work at Harvard University. For more than 30 years, you have guided Wilkinson companies developing, owning, and managing apartment communities. At one time, you had more than 200 employees, and you knew each one's name and story. A mentor to countless young people, you've shared with them your business expertise and stellar work ethic. You have earned the respect of your peers, serving as president of local, state, and national apartment associations. In 2016, you were inducted into the National Apartment Association's Hall of Fame, becoming only the 18th person so honored in the organization's 82-year history. Sharing your deep faith, you've participated in many international mission trips and taught Sunday school for more than 30 years. However, your biggest passion is your family. You've instilled in them your commitment to education and philanthropy, and together you support our Wilkinson Family Servant Scholars Program as well as other higher education endeavors. For your generous heart, mentoring spirit, and abiding faith, we are honored to present you this Honorary Doctor of Humanities, honoris causa.
Sorry. Thank you. I am going to try to not be emotional. This is a special day for me and my family. I want to thank Bobby Carmichael, Chairman of the Board, for your leadership, in particular your leadership in these very difficult times. Susanna, welcome aboard. It's going to be a fun trip. It is a fun. Audrey, thank you for your work with the faculty and all that you do. Today is really not about me. It's not about great individuals like Dr. Tucker. It's really about the students. It's really about you. It's really about the parents and grandparents that are surround us that got you here today. My history in LaGrange goes way back. Goes back to the early 80s. And LaGrange has attracted me. We've invested in LaGrange successfully in apartment properties and others. It's been a town, a city that was forward-looking. It's been a city that reached out and was inclusive to welcome people. It's been a city that has a beacon on the hill, has a light, and that is LaGrange College. I've been fortunate to serve on the Board of Trustees of LaGrange College, and I'm honored today, more than ever I can even speak of, for this honorary degree. I'm a firm believer in education. The charge that Susanna gave you was beautiful, the history, the opportunity. I'm a first-generation college student. My parents, my mom was an elementary school teacher in rural East Tennessee. My dad worked at the plant. My dad was a product of the Depression. He and his dad, my grandfather, traveled the country in the early 30s, literally to feed the family by working on WPA projects, the dams. As the education has been described, it is the great equalizer. It is a thing that if you work hard, you can equalize opportunities. You can make up gaps that clearly exist. It's the key that unlocks opportunities. It's the bridge that takes you from A to B. So cherish this time and welcome this as you confer your degree today. A beauty of LaGrange College, and one of my attractions here, is the balance of service and scholarship. The commitment that this college has for the full-rounded student. And our family is pleased to participate in the Servant Scholar Program. And you'll notice that service is listed before the scholar. Servant Scholar Program and the uniqueness that Callaway did with the housing and many of the things is a pleasure to serve in. And we're glad an opportunity to participate in that. Hopefully that will be part, or it will be part of our investment in the future, our investor in the people here. I'm, again, grateful for this, grateful for the opportunities. I challenge each of you and welcome you in what has been the most difficult year, 2 years, in my knowledge in the history, but you have the opportunity to what I think life is about, the destination. Life is a journey, not the destination, but somehow, some way, in some small way, if we can leave, make a difference in the lives of others, that when we have that final day of reckoning, that will be what will count. So thank you faculty, thank you students, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you very much.
We are not the only ones wishing to add our congratulatory words to mark the importance of this day. I give you, Georgia Senator, the Honorable Raphael Warnock.
Well, congratulations to LaGrange College and the mighty classes of 2020 and 2021. All of you have worked tirelessly to get to this day, and your hard work does not go unnoticed. From the English to the exercise science majors, I know one thing is certain: a bright future lies ahead. And with your diploma in hand now, it is finally clear that those late nights, burning the midnight oil, studying for exams, writing those long papers, all of it has finally paid off. I also want to take a moment to congratulate our first generation college graduates. All of you are to be celebrated, but some of you, like me, hail from families where you're the first college graduate or the first generation to graduate from college. I know that your families are beside themselves with pride and joy for you and your well-deserved accomplishments. Congratulations again, classes. You charted a path and forged success in a way that you didn't even think perhaps was possible. But here you are, and all of us are blessed that many of you graduates will stay in our great state. From Atlanta to Athens, from Troup County to Tybee Island, Georgia. we can rely on LaGrange College graduates to innovate in your fields and bring that same heart for service to whatever career or passion you pursue. And so with that, I also want to thank your university president, Dr. Susanna Baxter, for welcoming me today to address this group of distinguished graduates. I can't tell you how proud we are of each of you. It's the honor of my life to represent you and your families in the United States Senate, and I can't wait to see all that you will accomplish in the state of Georgia and beyond. Well, congratulations.
Okay, you ready for it? The state of Georgia has authorized LaGrange College to confer academic degrees. On behalf of the trustees of the college, I accept the recommendations of the president and the faculty of LaGrange College, and I hereby authorize President Baxter to confer degrees upon the class of 2020 graduates, together with all the appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. President Baxter and Vice President Aubrey, please begin.
Thank you, Chairman Carmichael. And now, will the class of 2020 candidates for the following degrees please rise? Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Science, and the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. President Baxter, the faculty of LaGrange College certify that these candidates have met the requirements for conferring of degrees of the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Business Administration, the Bachelor of Music, the Bachelor of Science, or the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred upon each candidate.
By the authority granted to me by the trustees and by the state of Georgia, I confer upon each of you the degree which you have earned, together with all the appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Those of you attaining your bachelor's degree may move your tassel from your right to your left, and your college ring to face out, signifying that you are graduates of LaGrange College.
At this time, candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree, the Bachelor of Business Administration degree, and the Bachelor of Music degree, please come forward while maintaining a safe distance. All graduates except those in the first row may be seated. Jasmine Renee Adams. Peter Thomas Alford. Ellen Gage Bailey. Aubrey Suzanne Bonds. Agrelin Frederick Braxton. Emily Elise Brockway. Caleb Wesley Brown. Allison Nicole Buchanan. Veronica Nicole Cannon. Reed Nicole Cardwell. Destiny DeChanel Carlisle. Melanie Bartlett Chambers. Mary Elissa Chandler. Elizabeth Alden Compton. Brittany Elizabeth Corley. Bailey Michelle Crawford. Adam Christian Curry. Riley Grace Dinsmore. Zenobia Renee Dent. Kelsey Marie Dietz. Caitlin Suzanne Dito. Haley Ray Dodkins. Madison Alicia Elzy. Austin Brooks Fain. Caitlin Rebecca Farr. Jordan Riley Faulkner. Christopher Scott Fay. Taylor Lane Fletcher. Shayla Gabrielle Fuller. Taylor Ray Ham. Justice Denzel Hardwick. Jacob Andrew Hayes. Peyton Andrew Haynes. Colby Ryan Heath. Nicholas Kenneth Huberty. Xavier Tiana Jackson. Samantha Marie James. Carly Jean Jones. Chandler Brooke Kasperwitz. Jaslyn Simone Kidder. Ariana Catherine Kennard. Laura Ann Klein. Yunji Lee. Hannah Marie Little. Joseph Aaron Long. Alana Evelyn Martin. Kevin George Millivoy. Ace Moncrief. Madison Mackenzie Murphy. Grace Margaret Neal. Jessica Lynn Knowles. Anna Alexis Palmer. Jair Eliud Portillo. Melanie Denise Prater. Casey Jane Pruitt. Russell Wayne Ray. Caitlin Lee Richardson. Elijah Emmanuel Robertson. Jordan Ashley Simmons. Lori Elizabeth Simmons. Jagrup Singh. Courtney Alexandria Smith. Mercedes Amber May Smith. Peyton Caroline Smith. Justin Trinell Jet Snell. Christopher Blake Spradlin. Eva Myong Talent. Mykelly Catherine Taylor. Angel Monique Tucker, Sade L'Oreal Turner, River Lee Vaughn, Wesley Singleton Walker, Dawson Glenn Weaver, Mara Helena Webb, Jesse Robert Weber, Caitlin Emily Anna Williams, Devin Imani Williams, Miracle Simone Woodyard, Jessica Ann Yascones, Abigail Moffett Young, Tony Bernard Alexander, Jonathan Allen Bain, Merrick Kane Baker, Matthew Russell Becker, Casey Robert Bell, Jonathan Treon Evans, William Lowe Fletcher, Michael Joseph Isles Hart, Caitlin Sarah Hollis, Tanner Lee Johnson, Daniel Parker Lancaster, Taylor J. Long, William Trevor May, Dylan Thomas McCullough, Richard George Pierce, Jada Raven Rashad, Robert Eli Reeves, Sydney Alyssa Reeves, Jonathan Ray Robinson, Brendan Jamore Scott, Samuel Richard Shaw, Eric Matthew Sturm, William Weaver Thompson, Courtney Nicole Webb, Andrew Guy Wajinka, Darius Lamar Wunham, Coral Chanel Douglas, Elena Grace McGee, candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science and the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, please come forward to receive your diploma. Amber Faye Arnold, Michael Peter Blemeyer, Olivia Ann Braun. Daniel Glenn Brinson. Caleb Wesley Brown. Nathan Gregory Brown. Rebecca Lauren Brown. Noah John Clipper. Jenna Ruth Epps. Sarah Catherine Evans. Christopher Scott Fay. Matthew William Fritz. Jonathan Christopher Garner. Levi Nathaniel Gaiman. Jacob Henry Harmon. Austin Walsh McDade. Nicolette Grace McIntosh. Jared Akeem Peterson. Richard Aaron Post. Tyler Anthony Richards. Henry Thomas Ruff. Adeline Rose Scott. Lance Miller Sheely. Cody Andrew Smith. Elizabeth Aaron Smith. Emsley Elena Smith. Justin Trinell Jet Snell. Micah Gregory Stuman. Matthew Jamal Turner. Michael Austin Wagner. Rachel Cameron Whitener. Samantha Claire Allen. Rachel Kaylee Bartow. Chloe Linda Battle. Marlena K. Star Vivanu. Jordan Mackenzie Brunel. Sarah Gravitt Bryant. Sarah Ann Bryant. Alexis Nevada Corley. Julia Cox Peterson. Caitlin Suzanne Cruz. Heather K. Daniel. Taylor Marie Deloach. Francis Jean Deneen. Nicholas Robert Fink. Olivia Llewellyn Foster. Megan Danielle Garcia. Elissa Monet Garza. Jessica Kate Ledbetter. Emmy Ann Marcellini. Taylor Day McMillan. Savannah Elizabeth McMillan. Elizabeth Carnes Minnick. Missily Juliette Morales. Kayla Elizabeth Murphy. Taylor Faye Newsom. Catherine Jeffcoat Parrott. Melanie Kimball Paschal. Amanda Katerki Patel. Daphne Alana Pike. Alyssa Jordan Pittman. Kaylee Cole Riley. Megan Elizabeth Scarborough. Madison Simone Sherman. Jeremy Charles Scherer. Jessica Lauren Siggers. Morgan Lee Sykes. Tegan Marie Smickle. Michaela Elizabeth Shane Smith, Brittany Lynn Spurlock, Megan Lynn Walker. Will the class of 2020 candidates for the following degrees please rise? The Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, the Master of Arts in Philanthropy and Development, the Master of Arts in Strength and Conditioning, the Master of Arts in Teaching, the Master of Education, and the Master of Science in Strength and Conditioning. President Baxter, the graduate faculty certify that these candidates have met the requirements for the Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, the Master of Arts in Philanthropy and Development, the Master of Arts in Strength and Conditioning, the Master of Arts in Teaching, the Master of Education, and the Master of Science in Strength and Conditioning, and recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred upon them.
The academic hood is a sign of the achievement of an advanced degree in a discipline. The colors of the velvet facing of the hood identify the discipline. At this time, I invite all master's degree candidates to assist one another in the donning of the hood. Candidates, please assist the candidate to your right. By the authority of the Board of Trustees and the state of Georgia, I confer on each of you the appropriate graduate degree as indicated in the program, together with all the appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Arts, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Michael Jesus Barcina, John Chipola, Timothy Jordan Cook, Felicia Kelly Enos, Margaret Mallory Green, Melanie Chiquita Hill, Wendy Lee Johnson, Nicole Amber Joseph, Caitlin Marie Kimball, Lauren Knowles, Ratoya Sonich Mason, Joseph Watts Conyers Montgomery, Ashley Marie Moore, Shannon Renee Payne, Ariel Alberto Pena, Christy Melanie Sammons, Nicholas Landon Searcy. Caitlin Louise Sloan, Carolyn Melissa Stinson, Derek Andrew Vacha, Eleanor Cheatham Wassenberg, Grayson Lee West, Emily Catherine Bars, Keenan Montrez Cameron, Ellen Caroline Clausen, Amanda Cherise Costley, Christopher Curtis Herdener, Heather Nicole Jackson, Lee Jonathan Jeffries, Anna Maria Martin, Jennifer Deanne Mathis, Henrietta Waifa Mitchell, Karonda Latrell Phillips, Henry Trey Scandrick, Christiane Marie Williams, Justin Jared Williams, Amanda Michelle Blackwood, Austin Lee Buchanan, Anna Laura Campbell, Wayne Dunn, Summer Jean Galindo, Sarah Louise Gore, Christopher Robert Higgins, Chad Richard Collert, Darby Ann Lamb, Daria McCombs Lewis, Taylor A. McCrae, Valerie Ware Poitras, Tedra Takri Reese, Latanya Denise Reeves, Avery Victoria Schneed, Melinda Abrego Stewart, Katie Westbrook Trent, Lin Yok Guang, Lois Renee Ward, candidates for the degree of Master of Science, please come forward to receive your diplomas. I don't see any in attendance today. I will read the 3 names of Master of Science: Salvatore Daniel Catalano, Daniel John Lawson, Jeffrey Blaine Swift. Will the candidates for the class of 2020 Education Specialist degree please rise? President Baxter, the graduate faculty certify that these candidates have met the requirements for the Education Specialist degree and recommend that the degree be conferred upon them.
The academic hood is a sign of the achievement of an advanced degree in a discipline. The colors of the velvet facing on the hood identify the discipline. At this time, I invite all specialist degree candidates to assist one another in the donning of the hood. Candidates, please assist the candidate to the right. By the authority of the Board of Trustees and the State of Georgia, I confer upon you the degree of Education Specialist, together with all appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Candidates for the degree of Education Specialist, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Rebecca Blake Alford, Lauren McGlon Brenning, Micah Elise Ducree, Daisa Janae Fuller, Melissa Hammonds, Edgar Hernandez Perez, Brett Ashlyn Hicks, Brian Justin Hicks, Teresa Deanne Joseph White, Catherine Joe Massey, Abrielle Mienda McFarland, Alexis Morgan White, President Baxter, this concludes the conferring of the degrees. Please join me in offering a round of applause for all graduates in the class of 2020.
Once again, I hereby authorize President Baxter to confer degrees, this time upon the class of 2021 graduates, together with all the appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. President Baxter and Vice President Aubrey, please begin.
Thank you, Chairman Carmichael. And now, will class of 2021 candidates for the following degrees please rise? Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Science, and the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. President Baxter, the faculty of LaGrange College certify that these candidates have met the requirements for conferring of degrees of the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Business Administration, the Bachelor of Music, the Bachelor of Science, or the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred upon each candidate.
By the authority granted to me by the trustees and by the state of Georgia, I confer upon each of you the degree which you have earned, together with all the appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Those of you attaining your bachelor's degree may move your tassel from your right to your left and your college ring to face out, signifying that you are LaGrange College graduates.
At this time, candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree, the Bachelor of Business Administration degree, and the Bachelor of Music degree, please come forward to receive your diploma. All graduates except those in the first row may be seated. Lincoln Edward Anderson, Jr. Abigail Colleen Arrington. Rayshawn DeMarcus Bagsby. Emily Abigail Barentine. Landon Clifford Bell. Alexander Scott Bonner. Emily Ann Boswell. Mary Bethany Elisa Boyd. Lauren Angela Braswell. Tia Kinley Braxton. Shakira Oceana Brewer. Julian Isaiah Cameron. Rachel Marie Cartwright. Kennedy Lucille Connor. Trenton Michael Cook. Miranda Joy Cox. Benjamin Lee Crump. Crispin Gabriel Coutinho. Michael Alexander Deese. Lauren Elizabeth Deloach. Zakiria Deasia Dix. David Anthony Charles Edmondson. Zachary Cole Elrod. McKinley Pearson Irves. Casey Evans. Devin Leslie Furquin. Tyron Spencer Frazier. Megan Amanda French. Tuesday Vaughn Gardner. Natalie Danielle Glass. India Rose Gleason. Gabriel Edward Griffith. Ashley Elizabeth Hall. Miranda Lane Hamer. Olivia Marie Harrelson. Austin Lee Harper. Savannah Nicole Hicks. Kyle Douglas Hildebrand. Cameron Alexandra Hill. Olivia Michelle Jones. Cole Bernard Juskus. Savannah Lynn Lady. Alyssa Grace Lord. Jalen Diane Mongwall. Hayden McCullough. Jamie Watley Middleton. Ansley Lynn Moody. Jessica Alexandria Moore. Whitney Jalisa Moore. Taylor Mackenzie Mosman. Hunter Kane Norris. Haley Amanda Owen. Autumn Rain Patrick. Roy Lamont Pound. Valerie Brooke Ramsey. Michaela Dawn Red. Dusty Michaela Reeves. Cole Parker Wrighting. Danita Roberson. Yasmin Seven Roper. Demir Whit Rosenkrantz. Joseph Edward Ruth. Holston Pierce Sebo. Ashley Priscilla Stell. Malcolm Rashid Stefan. Savannah Deanne Stevens. Laurel Brooks Story. Jordan Torrey Stowe. Sarah Madison Taylor. Idacia Titona Thornton. Brittany Lynn Todd. Kiara Renee Tooks Williams. Sierra McKenzie Toe. Caleb Gregory Tyler. Andrew Enrique Valbuena. Alexis Renee Westrick. Gabriel John White. Christine Alexis Williams. Elizabeth Ann Wiskowski Patrick. Ronald Edward Youngblood. Jose Alexis Almanza Hernandez. Gavin Jeffrey Battle. Gibson Ortez Bittner. Clinton Ray Brewer.
Yeah, Clint.
Kyle Elijah Brown. Eli Jeffrey Churchich. Colby Todd Darda. Spencer Patrick Douches. Caleb James Eddy.
That's my roommate.
Ivy Morgan Grant. Robert Hamler. Joshua Jermaine Hardrick. Simmerly Grace Hernandez. Rebecca Claren Hobson. John William Keith. Kyle Bailey Kelly.
That's my other roommate.
Jalen Charles Morgan. Xavier Anthony Motley. Brian Darrell Oliver. Madeline Claire Payne. Justin Alexis Race. Carissa Lynette Sanders Herod. Cameron Blake Starr. Simone Everett Tamer. Simeon Everett Tanner. Olivia Rose Thompson. Anthony Ryan Villanacci. Stephanie Michaela Wood. Tyra Lee Crow. Michaela Brene Drake. Jolie Grace Peterman. Carter Reed White. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science and the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Sean Patrick Bailey. Amy Lee Chanel. Dorothy Ann Cook. Britton Schuyler Crow. Katarina Marie de Castro. Lillian Grace DeGenario. Brisa Del Mar Diaz. Thomas Michael Dismukes. Drew Richard Fitchin. Jordan McKenzie Gurley. Andrew Harris. Haley Marie Jones. Philip Weston Macer. Zuriel Martinez. Trevor Austin McLemore. Eric Paul Morrell. Caitlin Mormon. Shelby Lynn Olney. Andrew Robert Padavano. Caitlin Marianne Parnell. Nicole Danielle Phillips. Joshua Luke Rivers. Russell Andrew Shepard. Caleb Anthony Spear. Alon Javier Valdez. Carlos Eleazar Valdez. Haley Elizabeth Williams. Leah Janine Englund. Lauren Atkins. Kaylee Marie Bailey. Amanda Valentina Beatty. Sydney Michaela Burke. Caitlin Dorothy Cannon. Lauren Alyssa Carr. Haley Amanda Coleman. Sydney Rosanna Corley. Morgan Danielle Freeman. Allison Brooke Fuller. Debbie Nicole Gilbert. Kaylee Quinn Griffith. Leah Olivia Harrison. Lydia Marie Hill. Jeremy Holland. Michelle Abbott Hopper. Emily Elise Hughes. Destiny Porchia Johnson. Kylie Kimball. Carissa Lynn Lee. Janine Levens. Carrie Elaine Martin. Japera Jende Elise McCahan. Adrian Alexis McGinnis. Sierra Leanne Mitchell. Joseph Kyle Monda. Trista Michelle Murphy. Brianna Neese. Jessica Michelle Perkins. Kylie Leanne Polk. Ashley Rodriguez. Darian Adams Scott. Christy Reen Smith. Kayla Janae Stevenson. Taylor Ann Townsend. Matthew Daniel Tyler. Megan McKenzie Ward. Kirby Michelle Webb. Bailey Lynn Wellborn. Jennifer Renee Yearwood. Will the class of 2021 candidates for the following degrees please rise? The Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, the Master of Arts in Philanthropy and Development, the Master of Arts in Strength and Conditioning, the Master of Arts in Teaching, and the Master of Education degree. President Baxter, the graduate faculty certify that these candidates have met the requirements for the Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, the Master of Arts in Philanthropy and Development, the Master of Arts in Strength and Conditioning, the Master of Arts in Teaching, and the Master of Education, and recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred upon them.
The academic hood is a sign of the achievement of an advanced degree in a discipline. The colors of the velvet facing on the hood identify the discipline. At this time, I invite all master's degree candidates to assist one another in the donning of the hood. Candidates, please assist the candidate to your right. By the authority of the Board of Trustees and the State of Georgia, I confer on each of you the appropriate graduate degree as indicated in the program, together with all of the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Arts, please come forward. Robert Allen Anderson, Kimberly Jean Arntz, Sabrina Ann Askew, Zachary Philip B. Miller, Jake Canizaro, Riley Klupacek, Toriana Berche Colton, Vivian Quintora Krem, Deborah Belinda Culpepper, Nikki Michelle Gaitan, John William Gallagher, Kamina White Griffin, Carolyn K. Hamilton, Carolyn Ann Harkness, Kelsey Chantel Anderson, Sydney Rosette Hodorf Norman, Thomas Horan, David Jackson, Robert Logan Kimball, Jacob Kriziak, Diane Louise Moore, Onika Kinatola Alakonri, Charlotte Dombrowski Patterson, Joy Polite, Robert Louis Randolph, Rochelle Denise Reeder, Coleman John Regan, Ryan Matthew Robinette, Christopher J. Romano, Ryan Matthew Ross, Lori A. Smith, Miguel Wickert, Thomas Hayden Wilkinson, Tarsha Askew, Ashley Snipes Brown, Monica Latresse Cameron, John Alec Cody, Madison Brooke Fountain, Danielle Jarris Johnson, Jamaica Chantel Monsanto, Justin Olson, Charles Braden Sheely, Caitlin Brooke Snyder, Trevor Allen Spradlin, Jennifer Kathleen Talley, Brennan Wilkes, Leah Adcock, Kaylee Alyssa Brooke, Yaki Kwanyida Colton, Karen Cox, Ashley Dawson, Shaniqua Demetria Holloway, Lisa Nash McCoy, Leah Sappho, Vanessa Guadalupe Viesca Ugalde, Jordan Makaya Webb, Brandon Eugene White, Tokara Wilcox, Heather Wyman, will the class of 2021 candidates for the Education Specialist degree please rise? President Baxter, the graduate faculty certify that these candidates have met the requirements for the Education Specialist degree and recommend that the degree be conferred upon them.
The academic hood is a sign of the achievement of an advanced degree in a discipline. The colors of the velvet facing on the hood identify the discipline. At this time, I invite all master's degree candidates to assist one another in the donning of the hood. Candidates, please assist the candidate to your right. By the authority of the Board of Trustees in the state of Georgia, I confer upon you the degree of Education Specialist, together with all the appropriate honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Candidates for the degree of Education Specialist, please come forward. Carrie Elizabeth Blankenship, Jennifer Wills Bussey, Keenan Montrez Cameron, Jody Lynn Dowden, Katrina Nicole Green, Latifa Hairston, Christopher Curtis Herdener, Elizabeth Harris Job, Zanetta Letitia Moss, Jamie Lee Rambo, Aisha Reese, Frida Render, President Baxter, this concludes the conferring of the degrees. Please join me in offering a round of applause for all graduates in the class of 2021.
Wow, what a day. What a day. This is amazing that we could do this. I am thrilled for each of you. Now, please rise for a recorded rendition of the Alma Mater by Simile Hardage Hernandez. We ask that you not sing along out of the respect for the safety of all. After the Alma Mater concludes, please remain standing for the benediction delivered by the Reverend Dr. Adam Roberts. Please remain in place during the brief recessional. Thank you for being a part of this celebration today.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, guardian of our days. For thy spirit never failing, we will sing thy praise. High aloft we hold thy banner, ever loyal, true. And to thee, our alma mater, we our pledge renew. In thy mighty groves of learning, wisdom's path we've sought. High upon thy lofty hilltop, visions have been wrought. From our hearts we sing the chorus, time shall never change. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail to thee, LaGrange.
A reminder again to our family and friends in the seats, we'd ask that you remain seated there just for a moment for our recessional following the benediction. This benediction is a prayer of the Reverend Richard Allen, first bishop of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, 1760 to 1831. He prayed, "We believe, O Lord, that you have not abandoned us to the dim light of our own reason to conduct us to our happiness, but that you have ever revealed in Holy Scriptures whatever is necessary for us to believe and practice. How noble and excellent are the precepts, how sublime and enlightening the truth, how persuasive and strong the motives, how powerful the assistance of your holy religion. Our delight shall be in your statutes, and we will not forget your word." Amen.